Hello, my lovely Wolf Pack, and welcome back to the Lone Wolf Show, brought to you by Wolfpack Media, the most entertaining place on YouTube for your news and commentary. I'm your host, Justin Huseman, founder and news contributor. We have a great show today, and I can't wait to get started. But before we do, don't forget to smash that like button and subscribe to our channel. Join the pack today. Alright, guys, so starting off with another apology today. I apologize that we have not been getting your latest breaking news for you the past couple weeks. We haven't even been doing our group shows for a couple weeks. It's been hectic here at the Wolfpack. Got a lot of real life shit that we're dealing with, so try to be patient with us. But we will spend, I'll try to spend today trying to catch you guys up on your latest breaking news as it has been reported for the past couple weeks. So we'll go ahead and start off with this story here. So my friends, the big news story from last week, a self-proclaimed socialist Muslim has won the Democratic primary for mayor of New York City. This man, from what I've seen so far, is a straight-up communist. From policies involving government-owned grocery stores, aka bread lines, we all know how that works out, to an LGBTQIA council being established at City Hall. And ladies and gentlemen, Republicans and internet personalities alike are freaking out about this guy, and understandably so. His policies are straight up dystopic. Like, he's running for mayor in the biggest hub for capitalism in the United States, and says he hates capitalism. So it's pretty confusing how the Democrats ended up voting for this guy in the primary here, but I guess you get what you vote for. This is just wild, and here we have another example, like I said, of large cities voting themselves into oblivion. Like, I really don't know why you guys do this to yourselves, but here we are. I really don't understand it, but one of his main policies is to defy federal law enforcement intentionally and by force, which I think, legally speaking, we could probably call that, maybe sedition, possibly, at the very least. Even establishment Democrats are losing their shit over this guy. So, let's go ahead and take a look at this story here we got from Axios. Democrat establishment melts down over Mamdani's win in New York. Oh yeah, I guess I should say the guy's name. His name is Zohran Mamdani, and just so we got that kind of cleared up. Let's go ahead and read here. Many Democratic leaders and donors are panicking about Zohran Mamdani, the 33-year-old Democrat socialist who won the party's nomination to be next mayor of New York City. And, you know, what had me kind of confused here for a minute, like, the way they were talking about it for a while was kind of like he had already won, he's already, like, the mayor-elect. Like, for a minute, I thought, like, he was the mayor, and I was really confused, but I guess apparently how it works in these blue cities is if you win the Democrat primary, you basically won the whole thing. Very fucking disillusioning to voters out there in New York City that might not be a Democrat. So, hey man, if you're a Republican out there, or even independent or libertarian, if you're out there in New York City, make sure you're showing up to the ballot box, man. Fucking people are sleeping on this. I think even Democrats were kind of like sleeping on this election, which is kind of weird. It's New York City. It's one of our biggest cities in our country, so it's kind of weird that people were kind of sleeping on this out there. But here we go. Why it matters. Establishment Democrats looking to recover from 2024's losses fear Mamdani could hurt the party's brand nationally. No, you fucking think he says socialist, but we all know that just means communist. While young progressives believe his formula could spread beyond New York. Democratic leaders largely rallied behind former Governor Andrew Cuomo, which I don't think that's any better of a pick there, guys, but sure, I guess if you're an establishment Democrat, Cuomo's the way to go. In New York's mayoral primary, And Mamdani's shocking victory Tuesday was the latest, this is last Tuesday, was the latest example of the party's establishment being disconnected from many of its own voters. On Wednesday, once again, last week Wednesday, many Democratic lawmakers and officials either denounced Mamdani or notably declined to rally around him, thank God. It seems like some of the establishment Democrats might be gaining a little bit of common sense, but let's not give them too much credit here. Including Republicans, including President Trump, crowed about Democrats embracing a democratic socialist who was called for reduced police funding and sided with Palestinians in the Gaza war. Yeah, I'm really worried about that whole, like, he wants to get rid of like cops basically as a whole. Let me see here. Actually, I might have, if I can see if this works. Just give me a minute, guys. Sorry. I do have some of his policies here that I saved. This is straight from his Twitter accounts, and I'll put them up here on the screen for you. But here's the first one. He wants to decriminalize simple drug possession, repeal all mandatory minimum sentences, reduce maximum sentences with retroactive effect, repeal felony bump-up statutes, repeal sentencing establishments, or enhancements, end cooperation with ICE. And then we got another one here, once again, straight from his YouTube, or no, X, sorry, I'm a little off today. He says, we will support existing legislate. I don't know what that word is, sorry. End cash bail, repeal the walking while trans ban, whatever the fuck that is, decriminalize sex work, legalize marijuana, permit safe injection sites, restrict solitary confinement, enact elder parole, re-enfranchise incarcerated New Yorkers, whatever the fuck that means. So all I'm getting from those policies that I'm looking at is basically he wants to legalize crime and get rid of the police. It's pretty fucking shocking to me, but anyway, I digress. I'll read on this Axios article here. I already read that. The top two Democrat leaders in Congress, Senator Chuck Schumer and Representative Hakeem Jeffries, both New Yorkers, declined to endorse Mamdani even as they applauded his victory. So, you know that, like, Chuck Schumer and Hakeem Jeffries, you know that this guy is, like, fucked up if they're like, no, whoa, he's too radical for us. He's too radical for Chuck Schumer and Hakeem Jeffries. That's really saying something there, guys. Let's see here. Representative Tom Suozzi? I don't know how to pronounce that. Also from Nassau County, said he had serious concerns. Other House Democrats from New York who hadn't backed Mamdani were mostly tight-lipped Wednesday. Representative Pat Ryan, Josh Riley, and Richie Torres, who went so far as to say he wouldn't run for governor if Mamdani won, all dodged reporters. Interesting. Representative Dan Goldman asked if he had any thoughts on the result, told Axios, not right now. Interesting. I find this very interesting. Like, you know, this guy's got to be bad for you guys, man. Like, I don't know if you're in New York, you're watching this right now, all I can say is you guys got to pay attention to your local fucking government, man. I say it all the time on this channel. Everybody thinks, oh yeah, let's just vote for the president, and then they forget about, like, their own fucking neighborhoods and shit. I find that very disheartening, to say the least. Let's go ahead and read here. Major Democrat donors who poured tens of millions into a super PAC for Cuomo. Once again, I don't think Cuomo would have done y'all any better. I think, honestly, like, your best bet is probably to just stick with Eric Adams, to be for real. I mean, he's a huge Democrat too, but at least he's willing to, he likes the NYPD, he supports you guys, he supports, deportations and stuff, and trying to make the city better, man. He supports, like, law and order, at least. And in a place like New York City where crime is rampant, you need that fucking law and order, man. This guy is crazy. He wants to legalize crime, dude. He wants to make crime legal and then and then get rid of the police. Like, that is a recipe for straight up anarchy. I don't know about you guys, but I think that's a bad thing. That's a bad thing, but I don't know. I have really no fucking skin in the game here. I really don't give a shit what happens to New York. If I'm going to be really honest, I'm from the Midwest, way far away from all that nonsense. So, but I do have to say to you guys that are New Yorkers, maybe pay a little bit more attention to your local politics. It might be helpful, especially if you're not for, like, communist rule in your city. Anyway, let's see here. We're having private discussions Wednesday about whether to back an independent run by Cuomo in November's general election or rally behind unpopular incumbent Mayor Eric Adams. How is he unpopular? He is the current mayor. Like, what the fuck? They voted for him before. What the fuck? Ugh. I just don't understand you people. I really don't. I don't know what you guys in blue cities, like, I don't know what's on your minds, man. Anyway, yeah, incumbent Mayor Eric Adams, who is also running as an independent this time. So he's left the Democrat Party there, or what? Or is he just running as an independent just because that's the only way he can run? Wow, yeah, I don't know. Reading this, I am kind of like, well, maybe whoever wins the Democrat primary is basically just the winner, the non-declared winner, basically. Let's see here. The big picture. Some Democrats see the young, energetic Mamdani as a breath of fresh air in a party full of elderly, out-of-touch leaders. Now, I will agree with that, with the elderly, out-of-touch leaders part, but I definitely don't think this guy is a breath of fresh air. I think that's putting it... That's not the words I would use. Let's just say that. All right, let's see here. They also see him as an unapologetically progressive voice who speaks to the anger among voters whom elites have been slow to recognize. Oh, my God, the way they write these articles sometimes. Mamdani's platform, particularly his emphasis on affordability in one of the world's most expensive cities, also appeared to resonate far beyond the activist class of Democrats, according to election returns. Sure, man. I don't know. I mean, Axios is saying this, but I've been hearing reports of how, like, the voter turnout wasn't very big for this election, considering how big usually is and how big New York City is as a whole. But let's see here. Other Democrats see Mamdani, a state assembly member with a history of controversial comments about Israel and policing, as politically toxic for a party whose national success depends on its ability to attract votes in less progressive places nationwide. I agree. You guys got to kind of back down on the fucking far left crazy rhetoric, dude. I mean, it might work in these big cities, man. It might work there. I don't know. Like I said, I don't know if Republicans in New York City just are asleep at the wheel all the time, or they just don't go out and vote because they know they're going to lose. I don't know. But what I do know is that kind of attitude is not how you're going to win your city back. So I encourage, if you're a Republican or an independent or a libertarian in New York City, don't sleep on this, man. Go vote, man. Go vote, dude. Don't sit in your house and do nothing while the communists take over your fucking city, dude. That's not the way to win. Because then at least you can say, even if you lose, you can at least say you fucking tried, man. And I think that's about all you can do. But not trying isn't the answer. Giving your city up to these crazy people is not the fucking answer either. Let's look here. Some New York Democrats think that establishment leaders sleepwalked their way into the situation by backing Cuomo. I agree. Who had significant baggage and ran a risk-averse campaign. Risk-averse campaign? I don't know what that means. The full-on freak out by the establishment is entirely predictable. They do not they do no introspection or soul searching and instead just lash out, said Liz Smith, a longtime Democrat operative who used to work for Cuomo but has become a critic. Yeah, I agree, Miss Smith. I agree. I agree. Because yeah, dude, like the no introspection or soul searching definitely huge, and they just lash out. Yeah, definitely agree with that, man. Because I think that's like a lot of especially the extremist type Democrats. There's some, I mean, Tulsi Gabbard's a huge example of somebody that actually did some introspection, you know? Like, there's RFK, there's some Democrats that, like, aren't fucking crazy, that are completely reasonable people. But I don't know if it's ego or hubris or what. These people do zero introspection. It's like when I see like movie reviews on like for example let's use Ironheart, the new Disney Plus Marvel TV show. Instead of it's having getting really bad ratings right now, and instead of like introspecting and looking at yourself and being like, maybe this is really bad, instead they lash out and go, oh, they just don't like it because they don't like black women. And it's like, no, dude, do some introspection, my guy. Just a little bit. Fuck. uh but anyway, let's keep reading on here. Da-da-da-da. This is an outcome of their own creation, Smith added. If you don't want to lose to a socialist, don't run a fatally flawed candidate like Andrew Cuomo. I like this person. Liz Smith. I've never heard of this person before, but yeah, I can dig it. I completely agree, dude. Yeah, Andrew Cuomo was not the way to go. I like Eric Adams for the flaws that he has, but he's at least willing to like support like some sort of law and order in New York City. So that's why I don't know why are they saying that Eric Adams is so unpopular. I don't know. I'm not really into like fucking New York City politics, so I guess I wouldn't know. Democrat luminaries such as former President Clinton, Michael Bloomberg, and Representative Jim Claiborne endorsed Cuomo in the campaign's final weeks. Of course, they did. Mamdani gained support from progressive insurgents such as Senator Bernie Sanders and AOC, of course, because they're fucking both fucking nuts, fucking commies, too. Mom. Oh, whoa. Whoa. Sorry, my computer's being weird. Alright, here we go. Mamdani repeatedly had called for defunding the New York Police Department, a position he tried to add nuance to during the campaign. We don't need an investigation to know that the NYPD is racist, anti-queer, and a major threat to public safety. The police are a major threat to public safety? Is this guy high on crack cocaine? This guy is fucking high on crack cocaine. Yeah, that was he posted that on X in June of 2020. What we need is to hashtag defund the NYPD. Yeah, like, dude, get out there and vote, man. We'll go ahead and leave it there for you guys, but let me know what you think down in the comments. Is this a huge mistake for New York City? Like, like what the fuck are they doing? Go ahead and let us know what you guys think down in the comments. You can follow us on X and Facebook, and don't forget to subscribe to us here on YouTube at Wolfpack Media 92. And yeah, guys, so we will be coming back with you guys with a couple more segments. Today, like I said, I kind of want to catch you guys up on the news that I've missed for the past couple of weeks with y'all. But we will keep you updated, and we will see you guys in the next episode. Peace.